So, Manchester City stayed on course for the quadruple as they reached the FA Cup final after edging out Brighton at Wembley. And I saw this game, and I've got to be honest, throughout, I was incredibly bored. It was a very lackluster game, I felt. Manchester City always looked like winning, they never really got out of first gear. And after that goal in the fourth minute by Gabriel Jesus, they never looked like losing. And Brighton had a couple of chances, not clear chances, but they had a couple of chances where they could have maybe tried to claw something back. But uh, I mean that's what you get now. And as good as Manchester City are, and why should they go out of first gear if they don't have to? As good as they are, it makes for boring viewing at times because it's just not very competitive at all. Even when Manchester United were dominating for years, they still had a few losses down the way. They often went out of Champions League. Manchester City look on course for the quadruple, and I think whoever wins out of Watford and Wolves tomorrow are gonna be in for a long day when they face Man City in the final. And I'd love it if there was an upset, but I just can't see it at the moment because Manchester City are that good. And in the Champions League, I think they're going to breeze past Tottenham. Um, and the only teams, really, I feel that can stop them over two games are the likes of Barcelona, maybe Liverpool. I don't think Juventus can at this stage. Barcelona and Liverpool for two. The two big ones that I would say. Um, but yeah, I mean Brighton. Let's have a look at the stats. So you had 70% possession there from Manchester City. Going back to the game, Brighton 30%. Uh, these are quite. This is quite average for a Manchester City game. Usually they'd have double the amount of shots. I'm surprised Brighton had two on target. They did well to get that, but I don't think even for most ardent Brighton supporter felt like they were in with a chance of winning today. The safe in Premier League, they gave it a go, Brighton, but there's not much more they can do. It's just such a gulfing class that it's very hard to compete with Manchester City. And it's not just for likes of Brighton. If it was Manchester United, they'd do well to get two shots on target for way um, the recent meetings have gone. And no, I know that they get more than two shots on target in a few games, but there has been times when that's all they've managed, and they're just on the back foot all the time. So Manchester City, yep, didn't get out of first gear, but they got the job done, and it's only can only mean good for the Champions League meeting coming up this week. They've not had to exert themselves too much, and with the league as well, they're 2 points behind Liverpool, but they've got a game in hand, and I think they'll at least get a treble. The only title that I would be not so sure about them achieving is the Champions League, but even that at the moment, surely they have to be favourites to win that. And I just hope that Liverpool, even though I'm a Manchester United supporter, Liverpool and Man City, the two teams I wouldn't want going for it. I just hope it goes down to the last day. And with the relegation scrap being a bit disappointing with Huddersfield and Fulham cut adrift so far, I just hope it goes down to the last day and that we're in for a very entertaining end of the season. And I really hope that the FA Cup final is a lot more entertaining than the semi-final, but there's not an awful lot to report on. Although, having said that, there was a point when Kyle Walker and was it March? I can't remember who it was. One of the Brighton players was running down and they landed on Walker and looked like there was a little stamp. I don't think it was deliberate. And then Walker sort of moved his head towards the Brighton player and they had a look at it on VAR and they gave Walker a yellow card even before for VAR. But I felt like with the head movement, it was a red card. And could that have changed the game? I don't think it would have, but it certainly would have made things a lot more interesting. But anyway, there we have it. Manchester City beat Brighton 1-0. Very comfortable victory. Not as comfortable as the scoreline. Sorry, the scoreline suggests it was quite cagey. Manchester City were in cruise control the whole game, and they didn't really have any scares whatsoever. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I look forward to hearing from you.